Herman Cain, get a load of this. He says, if states want to legalize medical marijuana, I think that's a state's right. Who saw that coming? All of a sudden, Herman Cain in favor of letting states legalize medical marijuana. Now, why is he doing that? Well, maybe he likes the stuff. I don't know. Look, I'm in favor of that, and I don't smoke, right? But more likely, he's seen the polls, right? First of all, historic highs for legalizing marijuana, period. It's at 50% now. Just 5 years ago, in 2006, it was at 36%. Those numbers rise every single day. But when it comes to medical marijuana, 70% in a Gallup poll saying it should be legalized. In a Washington Post ABC News poll, 81% of Americans saying that medical marijuana should be legalized. That's a huge, huge number. That obviously includes a ton of Republicans. So now a lot of Republicans are in that camp. Gary Johnson certainly has been a leading voice in that camp. Ron Paul even teamed up with Representative Barney Frank on the other side to introduce federal legislation that removed marijuana from federally regulated substances. Another thing that Ron Paul is consistent on, he's against federal regulation, including of marijuana. So now it's fascinating because you've got all of these Republicans switching. Meanwhile, President Obama, who had promised on the campaign trail back in 2007 in New Hampshire, he had said going after states that are legalizing medical marijuana is, quote, not a good use of our resources. He has actually increased the raids on marijuana dispensaries from Bush. Congratulations, President Obama. Nicely done. Another campaign promise broken for no reason, when in fact, if you actually followed your campaign promise, 81% of the country would be with you. But I shouldn't say for no reason. There are, as we've reported to you in the past, drug companies that are now coming out with a pill version of marijuana that are looking to clear the market. And those guys contribute a ton of money to the Democrats and the Republicans. So guys like Ron Paul are perfectly happy to say, hey, you know what? I'm with 81% of the American people. That when he was a candidate, President Obama was in favor of that. When they get into office, the money speaks, right? But for now, shockingly enough, Herman Cain on that bandwagon. But perhaps that's why he had this moment.
Okay, Libya. President Obama, Gaddafi. That's what I'm saying.
Is that right? That never gets old, man. Pass the Doritos. I'm being unfair to marijuana users by comparing them to Herman Cain.